Have you ever tried studying with copy notes and studying without copy notes? When I mean copy notes, I mean jotting. Some of us actually jot while we study, while others don't jot while they study. And which do you think is better? Well, as for me, I feel both are better, but the time at which you use these techniques matters a lot. So why during the beginning of the semester you can start copy notes and all of that, while you read copy notes, it does not matter. You can do that. There's enough time for you to copy notes as you want. But trust me, during exam period, some persons who still find it difficult for them to avoid copy notes, and so all they do is copy notes. Even the night to exam, they will still copy notes while they are preparing for the exam. And they're like, oh my god, how can I stop this thing? If that's the case, this video is definitely for you. So I have experimented two methods: copy notes and not copy notes, also known as jotting and not jotting. I can tell you for free that not jotting actually speeds up your reading times too, because there is this vibes that people that don't jot give people that jot, and you just be like, you just hear someone say, oh, I finished this particular course, and you're like, why did you finish this particular course so quick? And you are still copying, you are still chapter 2 of that particular course, and you're like, oh my god, am I taught this? And hey god, you are just so slow because you are copying notes. Okay, at some point it becomes an addiction. It becomes an addiction in the sense that you are not actually copying notes because you want to read it later. Sometimes you just copy notes because we just want to copy notes. And some persons will be like, oh, if I don't copy notes, I cannot understand what I'm reading. I'm like, what? Is it? I don't understand. Like, what do you mean? Like, how? Please explain that statement again. The reason why I'm making this video is because I was once in that shoe. I can read the mouse, the name of the person, any place, and I know now is the name of the person. Animal. Oh my Jesus Christ!
Are you playing?
He knows the name of the person, animal creature things, right? I'll still copy. I know some persons are like that. See, we are like that. So this is for you, actually. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about copy notes, right? And how to study without copying, because trust me, so persons we embrace that, how to study without copying, because trust me, who wants to be copying notes all the time? I mean, like, if I can study and remember everything without copying notes, then why am I copying notes exactly? Like, for what? And do you know what? Let me tell you a secret. Those notes, they don't read it. Oh my god, please don't tell them I did this thing. They don't read it. I'm a testifier. Those notes I used to copy, I used to read it. And oh my god, why are we copying the notes? Like, why are we copying? In this video, I'm going to be breaking everything you need to know. Alright, so once again, welcome to my channel. I'm Educator. So currently a medical student for Delta State University. So just in case you are watching this video and you're not subscribed to my channel yet, with all this information I've been giving you, please do to hit the subscribe button and ensure you like this video, share to other persons who will find this video helpful. In fact, everybody that is students is meant to find the video helpful. So share to every student's forum, your classmates, your friends, your loved ones. They will find this video helpful. Alright, so let's dive into the video. I've divided this video into two sessions. The first session, I'm going to be giving you 4 tips on how you can study without using a note. Very, 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 very reliable. And this information will be in your brain till the day of the exam, and you don't need to copy any notes. And the second session is for those of us who are tied to copying of notes. They have tied our hands and say, hey, don't copy notes, we're not going to lose this hand, and we are like that. So some of us just love copy notes and it looks like we cannot stop. So I am going to give you tips on how to improve your copying notes. How? Because another thing is that copying of notes, some of us end up copying textbook and we copy everything word for word. But trust me, that is not reality. You actually just copy notes, you're not reading. So the second session, I am going to be explaining how to read and jot smartly. That's because the purpose of copying notes is so that when you pick up your book and you just have a glimpse, the concept will just start coming to your mind and flows. That's the purpose of notes. Notes is not something that when you pick up like this, by the time you count the number of pages you have written, you're already discouraged. Read and notes. Guess what? All of these tips work like magic. In fact, I've tried it, I've tested it, and it's trusted. It works like magic. In fact, you will come and testify that you are now reading like a robot. And yes, that is just how it feels like when you use this method and tips I'm going to be giving you. So before you read, try as much as possible to summarize everything you have read mentally. Now, what's in our advice is don't read all the chapter before you summarize. So one of the ways to actually keep this information very well in an organized manner is each paragraph you have read, summarize it. There are sometimes I look at a particular topic, and if that topic is something that I have read before or something that is quite relatable, I'll say if I read one page, I will summarize. If I read another page, I'll summarize. But if I'm reading a particular topic that is very new, like for the first time, there's no base knowledge, there's nothing. What I'll do is each paragraph I read, I pick out something that I can summarize and say, this paragraph, this is what this paragraph is talking about. And I don't need to write. I'll just, okay, this paragraph is saying that when the hand is broken, it swells. That's the summary. So you can have about 10 lines. Well, the whole of that 10 lines is just telling you if a hand is broken, it swells. Then the next thing is to picture it and say, okay, what exactly is making the hand to swell? Is it that vessels are, and stuff like that? You just start imagining it, you get, mentally. Trust me, having a mental notebook is so important. Like, those persons who don't write is because they have a mental notebook. And in mental notebook, what actually they keep there? They keep short notes, mnemonics, other important things that has to do with remembering. That is what they keep there, right? So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of mnemonics and patterns I keep in my brain. And some of these things, if I tell it to some persons, it looks like, what's this madman saying? It does not look so like sensible, but there's a way I have arranged it in my head mentally, and I know that, oh, if I should bring this out, it actually brings out something meaningful. So what am I trying to say? So there's this mnemonic I actually just formed, which is so many CAs to grab. And imagine remembering so many CAs to grab. And somebody is like, what kind of mnemonic is that? So many CAs to grab. What exactly does it mean? So it is just like the division of the anterior pituitary gland. So somatotropes, many mammotropes, CE, corticotropes, T for two, thyrotropes, and G, is gonadotrope. Alright, so sorry if you can't relate to what this is I'm saying, but there's a way I kept this mnemonic in my brain that I can never forget. So there is this song that has so many to give. In the song, there's so many to give. So each time I want to remember the mnemonic, I don't just even go straight to the mnemonic. The first thing I do is to remember the song, so many to give. And I just, so many to give, so many CAs to grab. I know some people like, how does it relate? But trust me, have like a network of linking stuff mentally. Like, just link it. Just your brain is like an apartment. That's various segments. So try to keep the stuff stay. You can take around here, connect it with another thing, and it makes studying very, very easy and enjoyable. So most of the time, the reason why people write is for them to like keep this information in their brain. And when they said it, they are not wrong actually, because when you read something and when you try to write it, there's this repetition that happens. So your brain is like, oh, this person already kept this information and person is still writing it. In a way, it looks so important. So your brain will like, in a way, package it somehow. So instead of stressing yourself to write, you can as well actively recall that particular statement. So now is the name of a person and map is of thing. So instead of you writing, now is the name of a person and map is of thing, just actively recall it. Now is the name of a person and map is of thing. So how to use active recall study technique. I've made a video regards how to use active recall. That's the study technique that most distinction students use. So if you have not watched that video, please do well to go to my playlist, check for study tips, click on study tips, and check for active recall and learn how to use it. Alright, so I'm still going to be dropping the link so you don't need to stress yourself. So just click on the link and watch it. So check the description of this video after this video you have watched, so you can check out the active recall and spaced repetition study technique. This spaced revision is like the magical. It's like the magical tip. It works like magic. In fact, if you can use this effectively, you'll be unstoppable. Like, you'll be a Superman in academics. So what am I trying to say? It is just giving these intervals to remember your stuff. But most of the time is we are not so disciplined to follow these things because we have a lot of things we are reading. So imagine you are now trying to revise something you read last week when you have other stuff to read. So this actually affects us, so we don't take it seriously, don't follow it. But trust me, if you stick with this method, which is spaced revision, and how does it work? So if I read something today, after the first day I read it, the third day I should try to revise it. What did I read in chemistry? Let me learn it. What did I read in anatomy? Let me learn it. The seventh day, learn it again. After 2 weeks, learn it again. Before you know it, you are ready, good to go. That information is already registered in your brain, waiting for exam to release the information. right? So another important method is the use of ChatGPT. Okay, so the use of ChatGPT actually helps people like us that don't write sometimes. So most of the time that I don't write, it is because of the use of ChatGPT while I am studying. So this video is not the video I'm going to be explaining all of that. Okay, so just in case you want me to explain that video on how I use ChatGPT to actually make my reading so fast. And so many times I say I've read this particular topic for like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Well, actually I just read it in the textbook once, and the remaining times I just use ChatGPT to do revision. So if you want to learn how I use ChatGPT to revise my stuff, right, please indicate in the comment section, and I'm going to make a separate video on that. But please do go to subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Like this video if you have not liked this video, share to someone. Please ensure that this video gives out encouraging engagement. Okay, so if this video gives out encouraging engagement, trust me, I'm going to release the video as regards how to use ChatGPT to revise. So the next session is how to take smart notes, right? So for those of us who love notes and we're like, no, please give me my notes, take your tips, give me my notes. It's like stress, man. So how to take smart notes? Okay, so there will be a change in your notes taking techniques. This is depending on the course you are reading at that particular time. So there are some courses that everything is just text, there's no diagram. So that kind of course, what you need to do is to take keywords, jot down keywords, link keywords with concepts, right? Link keywords with concepts. So if I want to say a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing, so I can just write a noun, then an arrow, and write place, animal, things, person. Just put it there. Next one, just like that. So in the way some you're saying now is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing, I will just write noun in brackets. So in a way, I have just made the work easier. 2 things are going to happen. So when I want to revise that, it actually stretches my brain, because I will now want to like arrange this definition in my own words. That's one. And secondly, I also try to define it the way it is originally defined. But in my notes, it was not originally defined. I just wrote down then in brackets, what's the important concepts there. That's for those that all what they read is text, there's no diagram. Then for people who are in the medical field, science-related courses where you see a lot of diagrams, structures, and stuff like that, make use of your structures. Instead of me to copy a 3-page note, I can just copy 1-page note and have about 4 to 5 diagrams. So this diagram just allows me to remember my concept. So I can look at the development for the kidney, the diagram, in 5 diagrams, and just remember, oh, this is the first stage, this is what happened, the second stage, this is what happened, the third stage, this is what happened, without writing stage 1, stage 2. So ensure you put your notes in keywords and in diagrams. There are some persons who use colors to denote their study notes. And you see red pen is for important, blue pen is for very important, and green pen and stuff like that, black pen. So when your note is more attractive and colorful, it gives your brain this vibe of, hey, let me read. But when your note is just like one color, blue pen, so what am I trying to do? I'm trying to say your brain will want to study a note that has different colors than a note that just have one color, and all the notes are joined together. And mind maps, oh my god, mind maps is another wide study technique, and this mind map is for gurus. And what exactly is mind maps? Just like the way I talked about having a mental notebook, it is just the same thing as mind map, where you relate a lot of concepts, you join concepts together. So this mind map can be in your mind, or it can be in your notebook. But for those who love to write, you can put it in your notebook. So you link concepts together. You link glycolysis pathway with TCA, you link TCA with another pathway you link. So that is just what mind map looks like. So you link various concepts with just one starting point. You link various concepts. That's what mind map means. Which means that remembering one concept, you can almost remember everything. Write your notes in bullets. Alright, ensure that there are points and points. 1, write 2, you write 3. This actually makes your work much more easier than just writing your notes completely like a normal note, the way it is in your textbook. So in a way, there's no difference between your notes and the textbook. It is more like you just transfer textbook into a note. So try to just to really start what you're writing, and now you know the personal ability. 1, 2. So instead of writing out the personal facilities, full stop, examples are continuation, you continue to write that kind of notes. If you have for it to read, but when you write it in bullet points, 1, now, 2, examples, 3, types, 4, just like that, it makes your work very easy. So you can just pick up your notes, 10 minutes to exam, and you can review your notes easily without struggle. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and do well to hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, like this video. Please indicate the comment section, tell me which method do you normally engage in. Is it studying with copying of notes or studying without copying of notes? If there's anything you would like me to clarify as regards this video you have just watched, do well to indicate in the comment section, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Bye for now. Okay, this one you are waiting for me to end the video. Please subscribe if I end the video. Subscribe now. Yes, thank you so much.